Okay. So, Star Wars The Last Jedi, okay? I watched it in Czech Republic. It came out on the 13th of December, earlier than some countries, whatever, yeah. So basically, I went, watched the movie. I had like quite high expectations, like since I heard a lot of critics were saying that, oh, it's like even better than episode 5. You know, I knew that was not true, obviously, but like, you know, maybe up to par, you know, like in the same level, you know, in the same category. You can actually have a debate. Maybe you enjoyed it more than episode 5, or maybe you enjoyed more than episode 4, or whatever, or the original trilogy, or it's better than episode 7 at least, okay? But then, if you look closely to the critics, okay, and they keep saying, oh, if you enjoyed episode 7, then you'll surely enjoy episode 8, okay? This might be unpopular, an unpopular opinion, but the thing is, I did not enjoy Star Wars Episode 7 that much. It was one of the most safest movies you'll ever see in Hollywood, because they just basically ripped off Episode 4 and they just reskinned it, redid it a bit, remastered it here and there, and it's basically the same movie, the same plot, nothing new whatsoever, like technically, like speaking. Maybe there are like new things here and there, but I didn't notice. You know, like the core. In the core, it's just the same old movie. Okay, so, and here's my like conclusion when it comes to Star Wars: The Last Jedi. It was good, but like, it wasn't amazing. It's certainly not nowhere near the original trilogy, in my opinion. It's you would only have a good debate if Force Awakens was better. That's how like bad it is, in my opinion. Because if you think about it, okay, you know what? Let me go to the good parts. The good parts, okay? The good, okay? The characters are amazing, okay? It's just, you know, the performances are genuine, are one of the best you'll ever see, you know, from the likes of Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, you know, Carrie Fisher as Leia, and you know, you know, one good thing I really liked is Luke and Leia journey. Yeah, it paid off at the end. It was good. You know, you like it. Okay, any Star Wars fan will enjoy the movie. Okay, it was, you know, the style was beautiful. It was funny. The jokes were actually funny. You know, there were action scenes and like that was amazing. The fight scenes was just, you know, 10 out of 10. Okay, the characters, you'll be in love with them. You'll have something to hold on to. You'll be invested, emotionally invested in those characters. Okay, and like, if you think about it, also, like, if you, after you watch the movies, there are a lot of, you know, surprises, genuine surprises in the movie that, you know, a lot of people will not predict. Okay, essentially everything that's good about Star Wars is there. Okay, that's why the movie is good. But then the bad parts of the movie, in my opinion, just ruin the whole experience for me. There are basically three stuffs, okay, that I didn't like. The new characters add zero, barely anything to the story. And if you, you know, the story, okay, was so, you know, I don't know, I liked Episode 7's story more than Episode 8. Episode 8's story was generic as it gets. It was safe again. There were, you know, barely anything new. It didn't push the trilogy whatsoever, because if you look at the original trilogy, the story progresses like in an even pace, while in Episode 7 and 8, you know, the pace is vastly different. In Episode 7, a lot of things happen. You can like write down like a whole page of what's going on. And the Episode 8, you can basically summarize it quickly. It just goes from point A, point B, and point C. That's it. You know, you could summarize the whole story in less than 30 seconds. That's how, like, you know, it's bad, okay? And for a movie That story, the story barely had anything, okay? And if it's the longest movie in the Star Wars series, you know there's something wrong, okay? There were a lot of unnecessary subplots. There were a lot of distractions. It was bloated. You know, even though the locations that you might encounter are beautiful, amazing, and actually genuinely good, you know, and you'll be surprised at, like, wow, I didn't even see that in the trailer, and it's actually, I like this location, I like this planet, I like this place, I like this character. I didn't even know this character was in the movie, okay? And it's basically beating around the bush also when it comes to plot, okay? So far I haven't said any spoilers, okay? But in terms of like in short, characters are good. The new characters, meh. The effects, like the special effects, the whatever, yeah. The actions are all great, top notch. You know, you couldn't do anything better from this, okay? But the bad completely ruins the movie, in my opinion, okay? And I cannot say what I didn't like about the movie without spoilers. So if you still want to watch the movie, feel free. And if you did enjoy the movie and you disagree with me, I'm even more happy because someone actually enjoyed the movie, and I wish I enjoyed the movie as much as you did. Okay. Sorry for being incoherent. Okay, but the spoilers. Okay. The villain Snoke is complete and utter garbage, trash, pathetic excuse for a villain. You know, I genuinely believe that Jar Jar Binks as a villain would have been better than Snoke. It's just amazing and baffling how a character who's mysterious ended up having zero backstory, zero like any. He's not even scary, nothing. Okay, and then like what happened in the movie? Okay, basically, he's like, oh, Kylo Ren, I know every step that he makes. Oh, he's bad, you know, he's my bitch, whatever. And like you, Rey, are not have nothing against me. No, you're powerless. Checkmate, motherfucker. You know, I'm the greatest. I'm dead because Kylo Ren tricked basically the guy who knew every move. That Kylo Ren, even every thought that he had in his head, he knew. He sees everything coming. He's the motherfucking Messiah. He sees everything. But oh, he didn't see that coming. He got killed. He got split. And seriously, in the first two movies, I think he literally had 3 minutes of movies time. And I actually feel bad for Andy Serkis, the actor who played Gollum. He's actually good. Nothing was wrong. But like the character was so poorly written. It's pathetic of an excuse of a Star Wars villain. Okay? It's just I don't know. Okay? It's not only about the movie time. Okay? Darth Vader barely had any movie screen time. The Emperor also. But you know, they had backstories. They had this presence. Okay? Unlike Snoke. Okay? And then, what else? Yeah. Kylo Ren, okay, is still an emo bitch, but actually I'm genuinely surprised. He actually improves, you know. And for those who worried like he's a romantic interest for Rey, don't worry, it's not like that. It's just that they have things in common, and but the thing is, it's twisted in a way. Like Kylo Ren is dark, Rey is like good, whatever, the light. But they both were like technically abandoned by their parents and whatever, and like they don't know their meaning in this universe, and they want to leave the past and like become who they want to be in the future. Okay, it's actually generally good. The message is good, but like also what I didn't like about this movie, okay, that Rey, the whole thing with their parents, oh, who's the parent, blah blah blah, there's such a hype and build up, but then what turns out to be that like her parents basically sold her off. They were nobodies, fuck them, and like she is nothing, meaningless, no backstory. Also another issue like that just keeps repeating in this movie, okay. you know, just after watching this movie, plot wise, story wise, I felt so let down. It just, there was a lot of things missing in my opinion. Because the new characters didn't add anything. The old characters, like from the original trilogy and the new trilogy, like from the episode 7, were genuinely good, but they didn't. They evolved, but barely, in my opinion. There were a lot of surprises. It was funny. The special effects, the graphics, or whatever, the computer effects, the CGI was brilliant, top notch. But the story, this is where like I have an issue. The movie, like biggest like core, the most important part of the movie is the story. And if you can't get the story right, then the whole movie becomes like an empty shell. It's like an egg made of gold, but there's nothing inside. So like when you start cooking the motherfucking egg, there's nothing inside. So like you don't get food. Okay? And basically it looks good, but it's not good, essentially. It's just, I don't know. I looked at all those critics and like they praised the movie. Oh my god. But it's so fucking generic. And for people who don't know, okay? When Batman vs Superman first came out, it had an IMDb of like 9.8, 9.6. But then like months after the release, everyone's trashing the fucking movie. It's garbage. And this is how I feel about The Last Jedi. Okay? Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe I'm disappointed. Maybe I had way too much expected from this flick or whatever. It's just, I don't know. Like, basically the spoilers are Luke Skywalker dies. Like, same way in like Obi-Wan, like he disappears. Yoda appears, oh that's cool, but like I think he was so forced. But you know, it wasn't that bad, to be honest. Like I don't know, like literally Captain Phasma was so fucking pointless again. Okay, it's just there were a lot of pointless stuff that went on in the movie that just ate up minutes. Okay, so basically, if you cut down the movie properly, the movie would be like not even 2 hours long. I would be surprised, genuinely surprised, if the movie was 1 hour long. It's like The Walking Dead. It just had way too much fillers for my likings, and it was just, you know, relying on those impacts, like instant impacts, like whoa, look at the scene, oh it's epic, wow, oh I like this movie. It gives you this false feeling of epicness, even though the movie isn't all that. So just, I don't know. I just really want people to watch this movie and actually tell me if they liked it, if not, and tell me in the comments why you like the movie. There's no need for disliking this video or whatever. Just generally come in the comments, write me, and I can have a genuine discussion as to what you liked and why I am wrong. Okay, I want to be proven wrong. Maybe I need to watch the movie again, but the movie was bang average. You know, if I would rate the movie compared to other movies, I would say episode 5 is the best, then episode 4 comes in, then, you know, episode 6, that's the original trilogy, it's still there, it's still left untouched. And then, you know, I would actually give episode 3, I would put episode 3 up there, and I genuinely think episode 3 was better than episode 7 and 8. Maybe I'm wrong, but like, yeah. And Rogue One, okay, one thing I can tell you this, that The Last Jedi is as good as episode 7 and better than Rogue One. Okay? That's all you need to know. If you didn't like episode 7, you'll not like episode 8. If you don't like episode 8, then you won't like episode 9, in my opinion. Because, I don't know, this is a trilogy, and the story barely happens. So what really I could tell you what happened, okay? From like episode 8 did in terms of filling the gap between episode 7 and 9. They blew shit up. They're trying to escape the bad guys. They try to fix the problem. Nothing works. They end up in a planet. Nothing works. They barely escape. The end. Okay? Do you like this movie? I don't know. Just saying. Okay? But in that sense, you could probably tell. You can talk in that tone about any other movie. if you look at the bigger picture, it's just nothing happened. Just this, that, and that. Oh, like the hero comes out of nowhere, has this moment of weakness, beats the villain. That's it. It's just like that. I don't know. But you know, essentially, if you like Star Wars, you have to go to watch the movie. You just have to. You can't just skip the movie. But other than that, if you didn't like episode 7, you're like, should I watch episode 8? No, just no. You shouldn't. Just because it's mainstream, just because everyone's watching, that doesn't mean you shouldn't go. But that doesn't mean you should go. Okay, if you don't like the movie, don't be forced. You know, if compared to other movies that I watched, I think I liked Thor Ragnarok better than Star Wars. I liked Guardians of the Galaxy 2 better than Star Wars. I liked Blade Runner much more than Star Wars Episode 8. There are movies that I genuinely liked way more than Star Wars. The Last Jedi. Just I don't know. Maybe I'm salty, maybe I'm clueless, maybe I'm deluded, maybe I'm insane. I just want some like understanding the meaning of this movie. The movie was pointless. You could have easily made episode 9, made it a bit longer, and in 20 minutes you summarize what the fuck was going on, and basically that's it. Like legit, you would need only a 1 minute recap before watching episode 9. So all this hype, and it doesn't live up to the expectation whatsoever. So that's like my rant over, basically. Sorry for being incoherent. It's just I'm basically off script. I don't have anything. I'm just yelling at the microphone, and like in the middle of the night. So I don't know. Okay. But I really want to push this discussion even further in the comments. Please comment about your thoughts about a movie. What's your rating? I would give it an 8 out of 10 at best. Probably actually a 7 out of 10. Yeah, so like and sorry for like my subscribers that don't really expect those kind of movie stuff. Like they would like expect football or PewDiePie or some meme, but not Star Wars. Okay, but I just felt like I had to say this. I had the need to make this video. Basically, if you like the video, like. If you didn't like the video, dislike. But if you disagree, that doesn't mean you should dislike, but whatever. I'm not telling you what to do. Comment your thoughts about the movie. Subscribe if you want more content about Star Wars. We can talk about Star Wars a lot more. And maybe next time I'm actually going to write a script and I'm going to be actually coherent. My structure is going to make sense. At least it's going to be with bullet points or something. So yeah. It's been your friendly neighborhood Sarfox bashing Star Wars The Last Jedi, and I am going to edit this video a bit, upload it. You're gonna watch it while I'm gonna sleep, while I'm gonna go tomorrow and continue my medical course. Goodbye, have a good night, have a good day. I wish you all the best. Enjoy the movie if you haven't watched it. You know, spread peace and positivity and happiness and whatever. So, goodbye.